And the sound of silence that is so common during all of my shows. You got a whole 40 seconds of it. Congratulations. So I'm bored silly. So I figured I'd go live, see if anybody else was just hanging out with nothing to do. Apparently not, because nobody's here. Oh, hey, Bonnie. Yep. I was bored. I've been having issues with my blood pressure all day. My meds finally kicked in. And so I'm feeling better now, but I'm wiped out. I have not been able to sleep since sometime yesterday. So, yeah, every time I laid down, I got so uncomfortable because of the blood pressure bullshit. I figured I'd do something. Yeah, it causes a lot of muscle fatigue too. So, getting in and out of the wheelchair does not go as planned. So, I was not able to get anything done that I wanted to do, which also frustrates me. Hopefully, tomorrow will be a better day, and I'll be able to get out in my studio because I have some designs that are in the forefront of my head that I want to try out. Hi, my dibble. I'm glad you're here. But today was a no go. Um, yeah, yeah, I do. It takes a lot of upper body strength for me to maneuver around, getting off the bed, maneuvering over to the chair, because I can only get it so close to the bed because of the handicap rail thing that's on my bed. So I have to maneuver over to it, get in it, and then it's arm motions with the wheelchair. And when my blood pressure acts up, the side of my neck hurts down into my shoulder, and it feels like my shoulder joint is being pushed outward from the inside. So adding any kind of stress or muscle strain to that is not something that I want to do. Oh, you'll have Rainer tomorrow. Eating a salad and watching The Real Housewives. Aren't you supposed to be drinking champagne or like mimosas or something when you watch The Real Housewives? Get with the program, Debbie. But yeah, I have a couple of designs in my head that I want to give a shot to see if what is in my head can be translated onto metal. Hopefully, yes. Hi, my Susanna. How are you tonight? Hi, Ashley. Um, yeah. So today was a no go. Yesterday I felt great. Oh, you're not fancy tonight. I see. Hey, Jules. You wish you were drinking? Yeah. Sometimes I do too. Although I'm already missing part of a leg, so drinking and being completely legless is not a good thing. Hey, Papa J. I believe it. I believe going stir crazy in a hospital bed. Ultrasound probe. Yummy. Yeah, I circulate around. I wasn't in too many today. Yesterday I was in a couple. I was in Mr. Jim's last night for a while, but then my back started screaming at me and I had to lay down. I bought me a couple of pretties and I got Irene a birthday present. So it's the very first time I've been able to have a couple of extra bucks. It wasn't really expensive, but it was a garnet, and that's our birthstone because she's a January baby too. And I originally, when I grabbed it, I got it for me because it was size 12 and a half, which for me is like my middle finger. My ring sizes are all over the place. Um, and then she tried to get it right after I tried to get it, and I asked her if it would fit her, and she said, yeah, it like a thumb ring. So I had Mr. Jim send that to her for her birthday, and it made me feel so good to be able to actually buy somebody something because I'm never able to do that ever. In like the 2 years I've been hanging out on YouTube, I have not been able to do that. So it was almost like it was a present for her and me at the same time. And I hope she likes it. It was a rough raw garnet, and it was really pretty. I'm sure he will, Debbie. Papa J got it going on over there. He'll just use that Smurfy charm, and hey, hey. Yeah, Papa J. I was in the hospital 3 different times, twice 5 days, twice that were 5 day stays, and once was a 4 day stay. Um, and the first time was all kinds of heart stuff, and yeah, it sucked. It really sucked. Saccharolit? Wow, they're changing your name all over the place, aren't they? Toilet water. So I feel for you, Papa J. I really do, because been there. Hi, toilet water. How are you? Ooh, I'm so sorry, Susanna. Hi, honey. Sorry, I didn't hear the boop.
Hey, how are
Tina.
you?
I hear my Tina in the background.
She is. Yeah, she's not in a good mood.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I won't ask how the fuck are you, because now I already know.
Yeah, the team, her football was not good at all.
Uh,
So,
Shame on
you know,
them. They know they have to perform well to keep Tina in a good mood.
seriously,
She should go down there and kick all their asses. I don't
no,
care how big you are. When you see an angry redhead coming at you, you get scared.
that's very true. Very true.
Jules, yeah, 3 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, um, I had a really bad fluid retention problem that was seriously interfering with the quality of my life, which was on a scale of 1 to 10 at about a 2. So I was like, okay, enough is enough. I don't know what the hell's going on, because I didn't know what it was. And so I went into the hospital and I got checked, and they told me I had severe fluid retention. Also turned out that I have uh, what the hell is it called? Congestive heart failure. I was like, how can it be failing? I'm still here. I hate that. I hate that the whole term congestive heart failure, because I'm still
Hmm.
kicking, even if it's only with one foot. I'm still kicking, and
Yeah, I've
so
never heard the story, so I'm
yeah.
definitely intrigued.
And see, this is right after I started soldering, like right after I started making jewelry. I was, on a roll. I was bam, 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 and all of a sudden, I couldn't move. I could barely wipe my own ass. It was horrible. My quality of life really sucked. Even like getting up to go from my bed to my bathroom, which was like I had an ensuite bathroom. I was out of breath. I was shaky. I was about ready to fall over. It was terrible. I had no energy whatsoever.
Oh,
So I
wow.
went in. They put me on the Lasix fluid retention crap to get all the fluid out of you. I dropped 35 pounds of water weight in a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
When
could
I
have,
got
your body could have drowned.
Yeah. Well, what it was doing, it was hardening everything. Like, I'm a fat girl. I have no problem saying I'm a fat girl, and I'm squishy, right? Well, I wasn't squishy. My whole belly felt like a turtle shell. Not to put a connotation on turtles, but that's what it felt like a hard shell. And I couldn't, like, if I accidentally ended up on my back when I was sleeping, I couldn't breathe. It was like pressure on my lungs, and I couldn't get any air in. The ambulance guys that came to pick me up, they put me on a gurney and they had me laying flat, and I was like, I couldn't. I'm like hitting them, going, I can't breathe.
Hmm.
They had to elevate the one end of it so that I was at a slant. Hi, Ted. So yeah, so they put me on the you know all that, and I dropped all that weight, and I got home and I felt like I'd been beaten by a baseball bat all over, because when you have that much fluid in your cells and then all of a sudden it's drained really quickly, all your cells shrink rapidly and it feels like you've been beaten.
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, oh my god, this is not good. But I did lose a lot of weight at the time. They also told me I had diabetes, which I don't, but I had an infection. I had a urinary tract infection at the same time,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
that skews the A1C test.
Uh huh.
And after they had me on the antibiotics, because I was on really strong antibiotics for like 3 days, they never retested me. So it wasn't, it was like a 7.7. It wasn't high enough that I would need insulin at home. And when they were doing the little finger sticks and stuff. They were giving me like 1 or 2 little units. It was nothing. It was even the nurses were wondering why they even had to give me insulin, but
Mhm.
they did. So I had to get shots in the back of my arms and ugh. But
Ugh.
yeah, I had a pick line in. I had tests and just, oh my god, it was horrible. And then they put a stent in. I have a stent in my heart, so that
Hmm.
was fun. Yeah, I woke up during that when
So
they.
let
Hmm?
me ask you something, Cody. Let me ask you. Before that, right?
Hmm.
wh- Didn't you know that you were gaining all of this fluid weight, and
No,
you didn't?
no,
Okay.
I could. I mean, I could feel it hardening, and I actually got kind of. Well, it is today, Nicole. It is right now. Um, I could feel it hardening, like, and I was like, "Why are the fat cells in my body hardening up?" I didn't understand it, and I was
Mhm.
terrified that like it was like a cancer lump or something. But then it
Yeah.
was like traveling, and like it just kept everywhere. Started, like my whole stomach got hard, and then like the um like right above your butt, like where your lower back is,
Mhm.
started to harden up, which was very uncomfortable. And yeah, so I'm one of those people that waits until the last minute,
Okay.
and I did. And Issa had actually come to pick me up to take me to the doctor, and because I was living at the other house with my son, who was not being a great help at the time then either. And I couldn't get my leg, I couldn't lift my feet up to get in the car.
Wow.
Like, I could get 1 foot in the car because I stepped into the car and sat down in the seat, but I could not lift my other leg. And I could only lift my foot about an inch off the ground. And I'm like, I can't get my foot. She came over to try to get my leg in the car. She couldn't do it either. So, hey, Kristen.
Nicole is not.
Oh
She's
yeah,
not blue.
Nicole's not blue.
Oh. I don't mean to cut
Uh,
you off because I was interested in what you were talking about too.
there you go. Now she's blue. Um. Oh yeah, I'm still in South Carolina. I'm in the house that I lived in when my son moved out. So yeah, I'm by myself. Um. And yeah, so they did all that, and it got easier for me to maneuver around. But 2 days after I got back from the hospital, my son told me he was moving out at the end of the month, and I'm like, what the hell? So I couldn't afford the place by myself, and so I ended up moving back into this house where I am now with John and Issa and Talon. And of course, all my stuff had to get packed up and squished into one thing. And I was here about 6 months. Got recovered from the whole hospital thing, and just started organizing my beads and all my craft stuff to try and set up so that I could set up a work area in my room when the cat we John had adopted the kittens and one of them ran over my foot while I was sleeping. And that's what gave me the wound on the bottom of my foot, which got infected. I got staph and had to have the operations and blah blah blah. Fractured and dislocated my ankle and got an infection in the bone of my leg, and bam, that had to get whacked off. So that's what put a kibosh on me making jewelry. And now I'm finally back to, being able to get to it. And my blood pressure keeps acting up, which is irritating. I'm okay right now. My medication kicked in, so I'm
Oh,
good. And yesterday I was fine.
yeah, you
Yesterday,
seemed fine.
yeah, I had good energy yesterday. I was up, and little Debbie, what's in Tucson? The Tucson Gem Show. Yep, Tucson Gem Show is awesome. It's epic. It's huge. Bring lots of water with you. I'll tell you that right now because I know people that go there and the air is so dry in Tucson. If you're not used to it, you will dehydrate quickly. So make sure you always have water with you.
Has anyone heard from Ronnie G? Anything?
I have not now.
No, I haven't either.
That's very cool.
Eh,
Kate Farrant Richburg does a class in Tucson. It's, I don't know, like $200, $300 to take the class, but it's an 8-hour class. It lasts all day, and you make like 2 or 3 designs. You solder 2 or 3 designs, and you get to keep your designs. And she supplies everything. So she's like the guru of soldering. I love her. She works with she has her own bead shop, and She also does videos sometimes with the woman who owns Beachucation, which is where I get most of my supplies.
Mm,
Hey, Joyce. Jules, Ronnie G wasn't feeling good at all. Yeah, she's been feeling very poorly.
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
Kate
I'm
Richburg.
I'm
Sorry, go
worried.
ahead.
I'm worried about her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
With
yeah.
Papa J in the hospital, he's not getting out tomorrow, right? He's getting that probe done tomorrow.
Yeah, he's getting the scan done.
Yeah.
Oh, you've met Kate Richburg? Isn't she sweet? She's so sweet. She actually complimented the first rings that I made right before I went to the hospital. Oh, Rhonda said she talked to Ronnie today and she's fine.
Oh, thank God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Oh,
you, Rhonda.
thank you, Rhonda. Oh,
That's awesome.
it
Good to
really.
hear.
Oh,
Yeah, Jay is getting probed. Jules. Yeah, that is really good news. Thank you, Rhonda.
are you
So I
doing
did
your?
have ideas and I did have designs in my head yesterday that I wanted to try out. I want to go through some of the cabochons that I've been able to find and do a couple of rings and a pendant or something, but I woke up this morning from my half hour of sleep and was like, no, it's not happening today. Mm,
Cody, you're doing your regular show Wednesday and Saturday?
yes, I am.
Okay. I didn't send it out because I basically knew, but I just want to, had you here now, I just got confirmed.
Yeah. Yep. My mom actually asked me if I was going to go on YouTube today. It was a rather odd question for my mother to ask. She's like, "So, are you doing any shows today?" I'm like, "Not that I know of. I might. I
That's
don't
so
know."
cool. That is so cool.
Yeah. She's currently putting together a puzzle that my daughter gave her for Christmas, and apparently it's a very difficult one. She goes, "There's too many colors. There's so many colors. They're everywhere." I'm like, because my mom puts puzzles together. She puts the border first, and then she'll start filling in, and she'll gather things that look similar and then piece them together. But if it's something that's like just color smudges all over the place and they're all blended together, it's impossible for her to do it. It takes her forever, and she gets so frustrated. But
I
she's
would
very
have,
determined.
yeah, I
Hi,
would have a
Lisa.
hard time. Never mind your mom would think.
Yeah, yeah. She does love puzzles, though. I'm amazed they stay in one piece when she's making them because she's got like 3 or 4 cats in the house.
They don't run away with a puzzle piece.
No, but
Did
cats
you
tend
find
to.
your glove?
I did
No,
find it
Lisa. Where?
like 20 minutes after my show ended. I went to lay down
Get the
and
freak out of here.
I grabbed I grabbed the dog's blanket to straighten it in the same spot that I had grabbed it to lift it to look under it and everything and kind of fluff it out.
Uh-huh.
And when I put the blanket down, I went to straighten the edge out and the glove was in that little flip over of blanket that I had grabbed.
Oh my God.
I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And I looked at the dog. I'm like, "You knew it was there the whole time, didn't you?" And she looked really guilty. So, yeah, but I did find it, so that was good. And my other gloves that I ordered already shipped, and I'm like, "It's okay because I wanted those anyway."
Yeah, I
You
could
know.
have a backup or.
Well, with the ones that don't have the fingertips in, I can wear while I'm typing, so that will help.
And you would be able to use that if you're working, like the soldering and stuff like that?
Well, I don't think I would keep them on when I was soldering,
No.
just in case something happens and the torch slips or I burn myself. I don't want it's like a nylon material and it's got copper, little really thin copper wire in it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
No.
and I don't want that melting to my skin. So
Mm.
safety tells me don't wear those while you're soldering. But I do have the thumb supports that I can wear, which is not completely safe, but it helps the support of my thumb, which I have to be able to use my left hand, and that's the thumb that's been bothering me. And if I have this support glove on, then it helps me be able to use my hand. So, but when I'm typing or, because a lot of times, like in Victoria's chat, I don't always chat because my hands hurt so bad it hurts to type
Mm-hmm.
because I can't wear my gloves while I'm typing. But if I have the ones without the fingertips, then I can still function a little bit better than without them.
Yeah.
So things like that. It's the board support group. Yep. Cody was bored and everybody came in to be bored with me.
We're all bored.
There's been almost nothing on today. I know Lisa had her showing, and I lurked in there for a little bit, but my blood pressure was acting up so bad at that point I couldn't concentrate on anything. So I kept trying to go to sleep, and it was so uncomfortable. And it was only about an hour and a half ago that the medication finally kicked in, and I was able to have a clear thought. So I figured, what the hell?
I was just watching someone auction off some cards and over 500 cards, and they were selling them for $30.
Wow.
But my oldest son taught me to know the difference between a real one and the fake one.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh shit. And I'm 98% sure that those were fake. And I don't even think the person knows that they were fake.
Yeah, probably not.
I
Have
was like,
sweet dreams, TG. Get some rest, girl. Lisa, if I had said hi, a lot of people would have been saying hi to me, and I would have had to say hi back. And that's how bad I was feeling, is that I did not want to um, offend anyone by just not being able to concentrate on anything. I mean, I was literally in there for like 10 minutes. I did give you a thumbs up though, but I couldn't concentrate on anything.
mm-hmm.
When I was in there, you had a beaded cuff bracelet and a funky looking ring that had clear stones on it that like went out straight out to the sides, like it would cover the two fingers on either side of the ring. That's when I popped in there. I was feeling so crappy. I was trying to distract myself and it just wasn't working. I've been miserable all day. Yeah, don't friend Jeffrey. I haven't seen him anywhere today. Has he been bugging anybody today?
Is it cold where you are, Cody?
Not too bad. I mean, it's chilly, but it's not. Let me see what the temperature says for right now. Right now, it's 49 degrees.
But that affects you too, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It does. Well, the colder weather and like rainy weather affect my arthritis. So nothing. Yeah.
the heat
Hey,
affects me.
Maury.
I can't breathe with the
Yeah,
heat.
yeah. I get the same. I get the same with humidity, especially when it's really humid or really
I'm
hot.
awful. I'd rather have the cold for me.
Hey, Mr. Jim. Mr. Jim, I paid my invoice. Yeah, it's been gloomy and cloudy and rainy all day today too. So I think it was the chicken pot pie that I ate that affected my blood pressure. Though those things have a lot of sodium in them,
Mm.
but they're easier for me to make. So when I have them, that's what I eat. And they have vegetables in them, so
Well, you ate healthy then,
right.
because you have vegetables.
I mean, technically, even chocolate's a vegetable. It comes from a plant,
That's a good way to put it.
right? Hand me that Snickers bar. I need my salad.
Hey, you get your protein with the nuts, you're all set.
Yeah, I actually can't eat those, but it works.
Not for me either.
I can't chew the peanuts up. Yeah, Marie Calendar pot pies are the bomb, man. They're really good. So yeah, I felt bad. I actually was my back hurts so bad. I actually left Mr. Jim's auction early, and I usually stay until it's over, but My energy being up does not help when my back is not good. You know what I mean? So my back was just like, nope, it's time to lay down. Yeah, Chuck. TG, go to bed. You said you had to go to bed. Go to bed. Chocolate milk is its own food group. It's special.
Phew.
I haven't had chocolate milk in a year. And that was only about 3 ounces, and then my son drank the rest of it. I'm still bitter about that.
Oh my God, hey Elsa, let it go.
Nope. Nope. I'm holding on to that shit. I hold a grudge, man. Cody never forgets. Just ask Victoria in her sugar cookie underwear.
I'm even afraid to even ask that.
She has sachets that she puts in her underwear drawer, and they're sugar cookie scented, so her underwear smells like sugar cookies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad it worked for you, Mr. Jim. That's awesome. Jules wants to know how cold it is in Massachusetts.
How cold is it? I don't even know. Let me see. I'll find out in a moment.
TG, toilet water. Halo Thieves should not be lying in my chat. Stop it.
It's 42 degrees.
Yeah. Which is actually pretty warm for Mass right now.
Yeah. It's definitely going to melt the snow, that's for sure.
No, Jules, it is not. Weed is not legal in South Carolina in any form, not even with a prescription.
Really?
Yep. It's not to say we don't have it. My neighbor across the street offers me free pot and pie all the time. But I haven't smoked weed in 22 years.
No, Jules, right now, that's not bad at all.
Yeah.
42. I can tell you that I have not been out of this house since, oh my God, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Susanna, I haven't been out of my house in over a year.
I know, honey. So I shouldn't even complain. I totally understand.
Rhonda, I gave up on it. The Merge Dragon game, because my blood pressure's been acting up all day today. There was no way for me to concentrate on it. I couldn't. So I gave up on it. And that den thing was crazy. I'm like, what is this? It's the first time I've ever done a den event, and I was like, what? Everything was different and weird, and I'm like, okay. But I did it for a couple days. I got some of the stuff, but not everything now.
Do you know Robin's having her star is going to be on tonight at 10? Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad Star has been able to rebuild and get back onto YouTube.
Wow.
I know she's been busy as hell because of the damage from all that storm and everything.
It's awful.
Yeah, just don't tell the popo you got the kush, right?
What's a kush?
Weed.
Oh.
Since the meth dealers up the street and the scavengers down the street have left the area, the cops don't really even come up and down our street much anymore.
From Situate? Oh, geez. Relax. Fell asleep and having a bad dream. Situate. Probably an hour, I would say. Where about is Situate anyway?
Situate, Rhode Island.
Situate, Mass. Oh, you're not sleeping then.
I just woke up because I fucking couldn't breathe.
That's not good.
Situate, Mass.
Situate, Mass.
She's over by Hingham.
Oh, it's not far away at all. Like
She's over by my
45 minutes?
I don't know.
About an hour.
Traffic.
Oh. Sorry, Cody.
No, it's okay. Tina, okay?
She is. She does that. When she falls asleep, she'll start. Like, she can't breathe. and then she scares me like I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack.
Has
Can't
she
be
been tested? Has she been tested for sleep apnea?
She did, and they said that she doesn't have sleep apnea, but I
Oh.
believe she does.
Oh, really, Darlene? Bob Saget died today. The guy that invented the Peanuts cartoon died too.
Wait a minute, Bob Saget. Why does that
Yeah,
sound familiar?
because he was on the TV show Family Matters, or no, Family Ties, or one of the family shows.
The father from Full House?
Full House. That was it.
Really?
I knew it was one of those family shows.
Hmm.
Who's that?
Yeah, the one with Kirk Cameron and everything in it.
Tina was telling me about the Sinead O'Connor's son.
Who?
Sinead, you know Sinead O'Connor?
Yeah.
Her son committed suicide.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
In Ireland.
Hey, Carol.
Who's that?
Who's this?
Can't see. Who's that?
That's Cody.
Oh.
Hi, Tina.
Hello.
Yeah, Full House. No, Bob Saget, mom. He's also the one that Miley Cyrus did that twerking thing too, wasn't he?
How'd he die? He's young.
Yeah, he died. He died.
Hey, Darlene. Hi, Carol. Oh.
How'd he die?
His heart stopped beating. I don't know how he died.
You're an asshole.
Doesn't when one died, the heart stops beating?
He's young. I didn't know if he had an ill.
Am I being mean right now?
Kind of insensitive, not really mean.
That's Susanna for you.
I'm
Yeah, he
sensitive.
was 65. He was found in an Orlando hotel room, apparently,
Oh, that's
Oh.
in Chicago, or in Chicago. Yeah, he's in an Orlando hotel room in Chicago. Oh
Wait a minute.
my, he was in
What?
Orlando. He was in
Oh,
Orlando at the
you know what they
Ritz-Carlton.
say?
They found no signs of foul play or drugs, so they'll have to end up doing a autopsy and figuring out the cause of death.
Jules heard screaming.
Dwayne too. What do people are
I
dying?
don't want to know about people dying. Tell me about a baby being born.
No, you'll bite it.
That's what I want.
Robin Thicke was the one that she twerked on. That's right. Yeah, they don't know the cause of death yet, but no foul play or drug use seem to be in the area of cause. So they'll have to do an autopsy and find out what happened. They got a call for an unresponsive man in a hotel room. So, hey, Brad.
Brad, have you seen Mr. Buff Daddy?
Yeah, and the guy that invented the Peanuts cartoon died too. Snoopy's daddy is dead. It's sad.
Hey,
He was
Deals.
like 77 though. He was up there. Hey, Danny. Looks like there were a lot of bored people tonight. Damn.
Hey, good thing you came on.
No, not. Was it Charles? I had an email about it. My Yahoo email sent me a thing. I think it was Peanuts. Yeah. No, that was Schultz died on February 12th, 2000. Who the hell did I get the notification from? Ugh, now I have to go back into my
The other guy that died.
yeah, it's another guy that died.
Some other guy.
Michael Lang, Woodstock co-creator. Okay. Never mind. It wasn't a comic book. It was the organizer of Woodstock. I saw Woodstock and thought Peanuts cartoon. That's where my brain went.
So wait,
Now that poor guy is getting an email. His wife's getting an email. I'm so sorry that your husband passed away.
Yeah, 22 years ago. Um, Michael Lang was the co-creator and organizer of 1969 Woodstock Music and Art Fair and its follow-up events. He died Saturday from a rare form of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oof.
ugh,
There's Buff Daddy.
Hey, Buff Daddy. So that's what that was.
Buff Daddy. We can't say it like Lori, like, hey Buff Daddy.
Well, I could, but my voice is so deep it just wouldn't sound right. It would be like Larry trying to sound sexy, and that's kind of frightening.
Oh, jeez.
I've heard him do that. It was creepy. I told him, please stop.
Get out. No, he didn't.
He did. He was trying to do this sexy voice, and it just wasn't working. Hey, Jen.
Jen's in here.
Welcome to the Cody is bored as fuck chat. If your name gets misspelled, we don't give a fuck.
Oh, here we go. Going down that hole again.
It's a big
Oh,
hole to go in.
it is.
Hot dog in a trash can. Whew.
Oh my God.
That is the big gaping black hole of no return. Kind of like Pinterest.
Right? Once you're on Pinterest, do you know I've deleted Pinterest off my phone like twice?
And it keeps coming back.
And I keep going back. Because when I go, it's like you're there for hours.
I do, Jen. Well, I figured, I'm sitting here staring at my computer. I'm watching movies and videos and TV shows and stuff, and I'm like, I wonder if anybody else is just bored silly and wants to talk to people. So I figured, what the hell? Here we are. And look, there's 17 of y'all in here, so I guess I was right.
Right.
Yeah. Just after feeling so crappy, I actually got a little scared there for a little bit. But I figured human contact would be a good thing.
And I came up on panel so she wouldn't be so bored talking.
See?
And but maybe
I
I'm
love
just
it when you're on panel.
you do.
I do. Yeah, Pinterest is definitely a rabbit hole. Someone told me before I even heard of Pinterest, they're like, "Oh, you need to go on Pinterest and da da da." And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Because you can find all kinds of cool stuff." But I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Just to look at." And I'm like, "Why?" And then I was looking for something one day, and I'm like, "I cannot find this." And I saw a link that said Pinterest, and I went on there, and 4
And
hours later, I was like, "Holy crap!" And it felt like 5 minutes, and I'm like, "Ugh." So,
do you have Instagram and TikTok?
nope.
I don't either. I don't. I don't even think I would know how to use it. Nor you know what? I don't want to. I have enough. I don't even like going on Facebook. I only use Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, me too.
It's like drop links. I drop links like in groups, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
like maybe once or
I
twice.
Since the last time they changed the format for Facebook, my Facebook has been screwed up.
Oh,
So it's not even half enjoyable for me to use. I'm supposed to be moderating my BGcation group, and I can't even do that because the posts are all over the place. I can't keep track of them. They're not in order, or I don't get notified of them. And I'm like, well, I guess I gotta wait until Facebook updates itself again, and then maybe it'll work right. But so yeah, I just use the Messenger, and I don't have Messenger on my phone, because otherwise my phone would be going off constantly. My battery would die in 20 minutes. So,
oh, so you only have it on the computer?
yep. Um, and between My eyes. Oh, there you go. Susanna's Chronicles. There's your link. Brad dropped it for you.
Brad. Thank you, Brad.
I don't even know how I got YouTube notifications on my phone because I did not. I know I didn't sign up for that, but I get YouTube notifications on my phone. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I hear the bloop, but I have it set so that if I actually get a text message, it does the little bloop and it vibrates, so I know the
Mhm.
difference between a notification and a text because it's the same sound, but my texts will vibrate. Oh, Jen, I hope you feel better soon.
No. Darlene, are you working tomorrow, Darlene? The
You're
other day,
still putting Christmas away, Debbie? Damn, girl.
I still have Christmas up.
Are you planning on taking it down, or you're just going to leave it up?
No. I'm gonna I'm planning on taking it down, but I haven't had my Christmas with my kids and Tina
Okay,
yet. So
I
we're
got you.
doing Saturday.
Okay,
Then I'll take it down.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Brad will be on with Oki on Tuesday morning for him, and that's the link for that. My mom and I took my little Christmas tree down
You did.
when she was here. So I got to gather up on my cards because I want to keep the cards that I got because it was very sweet of people to send me Christmas cards. I greatly appreciate it. Made me
I am
smile.
I am not a card person. I do not send cards out for
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't either. I
Nope.
can't. Well, I can't afford it, but I've never really like family. I'll give them cards at Christmas, but I don't. I'm not big on mailing them. I remember my mom sitting down and writing out like 50 Christmas cards and little notes in each one, and I she had me licking the stamps, man. My tongue was so dried out from licking stamps, it wasn't funny when I was a kid. So every time she pulled out the Christmas card box, I'd run.
You'd
I
run.
I would go be somewhere else. I'm like, nope. She's
Uh-uh.
like, get in here and lick these stamps for me. I'm like, get a sponge.
Right? Get a wet
Yeah.
Darlene's working from 8 until 2 tomorrow.
Mm.
Going in early.
Oh, Darlene might miss Heffrey if he's in the chat tomorrow. So sad if you miss him. We all have to work on our aim. I know you do, Bonnie, but you like making cards too. That puts a whole different thing on it. If you're hand making cards, I
Uh-huh.
I mean I handmade cards. Well, like I said, I embossed them. It wasn't really hand making them, but I embossed them and gave them to my family, and I was so happy to be able to do that when the year that I did that. I was because I couldn't really do too much with gifts, so the card was kind of a gift in itself. But my mom was not happy that embossing powder got all over her house because it's kind of like glitter.
Bonnie makes amazing, beautiful cards, and so does Darlene.
Yeah, I
I got,
know.
oh my God, they're gorgeous. Both of
You know
them.
who else? You know who else makes for like really beautiful cards
Who?
is Irene. Irene and Leo.
Oh, yeah.
Irene. Her cards are amazing. I saw some of the Christmas cards she made, and they were absolutely gorgeous. Like a million layers to these cards, so that they were shadowed, and oh my god, they were gorgeous.
Oh, wow.
Her wood burning is exceptional too. She showed them off on yesterday.
Oh,
She
nice.
showed them on my show. Oh my god, they're so gorgeous. Kathy bought one. And Kevin was about ready to put a hit on Kathy because Kathy bought a lighthouse.
Oh,
I was like, Kevin, she'll make you one. Just email Irene because she will. She'll do custom orders if she can find the pattern for it, or you have a pattern. She'll, a picture of something. She can do it. So
yeah,
her,
Darlene. I'm
her,
sorry.
it's okay. Her work is amazing. And if I could have afforded it, I would have bought something because she had one that had two little bear cubs in a tree, and she has another that's a tiger's face, and I absolutely love tigers too. And the other one, I really liked the leopard that she was doing, but she was doing that for somebody, and it was a clock. She's putting a clock face on it.
Hmm.
Um, the dragon. the big dragon that she's doing is going to be gorgeous. I'm like, ugh. But and the price range that she's got is very reasonable for the size pieces that she does. So it's not that the things are too expensive; they're just too expensive for me. But
Uh,
eventually, at some point, I actually made a note: get wood burning from Irene on my notebook for when I
yeah.
have the money to be able to buy little things for myself. So it is on the list. It's her prices are very, very reasonable. So Irene makes all kinds of stuff. She's very crafty. She's very, very talented. We have so many talented people in our community. I mean, including the beautiful lady that's on panel with me.
Oh, stop.
You have to do another painting. I love watching you do your paintings.
Mm.
Like your pours are so cool.
I haven't done one since the last time you saw me do one.
Get off your butt and do one, girl.
Uh, I don't.
Are you creatively blocked or something, or just haven't had the time?
No, I do have the time.
Hey,
I,
Donna.
I don't even think of it anymore. Like I keep saying, I think it's procrastination. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Well, when the mood strikes you, you'll do it.
Yeah. Then everything gets so sticky. Like my hands
Hey,
get
Bobby.
and everything is like everywhere. Ugh.
But the
What's
final
wrong?
result is worth it.
It is, but and then I think of the mess, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it because then I have to clean everything up.
You know how like little kids love to get messy? Like little
Mhm.
kids when they eat spaghetti or something, they love getting messy.
Mm-mm.
My daughter, my oldest daughter, when she was a year old, we gave her a plate of spaghetti. Now we had cut it all up for her because the time before that my dad tried to give her spaghetti, I told him, I said, cut it up, and he didn't do it, and she almost choked to death.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up pulling a whole strand of spaghetti out of from in her throat, and that was fun. So this time I cut it up before I put it anywhere near my father. Um, he's like, just stick your hands in it and eat it. Like this, and he grabbed her hands and put them in the spaghetti.
Oh my God.
She held her hands up and wouldn't touch herself or the table, nothing, and just screamed until I cleaned her hands off. It was so funny. I'm like, oh my god, my kid's not normal.
No, my oldest son is like that. No way. Ever
Yep.
since he was a baby, he did not like to be dirty. He didn't, oh, his hands, like you're saying, the hands will be up in the air, like, oh, oh. And even
Yep.
to this day, he does not like anything. He, it's funny. It is.
Yeah, that was just so his. I come running out because the kid's screaming, and I'm like, come running out of the kitchen. I'm like, what? And she's like, holds out her hands to me and go, mess. And I'm like,
See, Rhonda says her kids too. They don't like to be dirty. You know.
hi, Thomas. Yeah, my son, on the other hand, man, he'd stick his whole face in a chocolate cake if he could. You know what I mean? To this day, he would still
Oh,
do it. He would bury himself inside it and eat his way out of the cake. He never cared. He was just like, give me food. I don't care how I eat it or how messy I get.
mm-mm.
My daughter Kayla was kind of in the middle. It depended on her mood.
If I
Her
could
mood.
eat with gloves on, like chicken wings with gloves on, that would be perfect for me. It's like
That's funny.
it's weird. I don't know.
And yet John and I, when I would make my sauteed onion and mushroom burgers, which we called garbage burgers because they looked like they were a mess. I mean, they looked like an absolute mess, but they were so good.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, we used to say that the greasier the better, and if it wasn't greasy and all dripping down to your elbows, it wasn't worth it. So, but And he knew how to make those burgers, and he would never make them himself. He goes, "Could you please make your burgers?" I'm like, "Make them yourself. You know how to do it." "No, I don't want to do it. You do it better." "Well, I know I do it better than you, but you can still make them." He wouldn't do it. How you doing, Thomas? How's the new house working out? Hi, Irene. Were your ears burning? I was just talking about you and your wonderful cards and crafts and wood burning. And I actually wrote down on my notebook, "Get wood burning from Irene when you can afford it." But to clarify, I did clarify that your prices are very reasonable for the size pieces that you have. So I don't want people to think that your stuff's overpriced or anything. It's not. It is very reasonably priced, and it's beautiful. You're about to mow the lawn. East Coast East Coast is all sitting here in the dark, and you're going to mow the lawn. Now, does Tina do anything crafty, or is she mostly just does work and stuff like that? Like, does she make anything? Susanna, get back to your
Hello.
computer. Unmute, because you muted yourself. Okay. There you go. Are you back? Maybe not. Alrighty then. Well, that explains that. Get back here. What are you doing?
Hello.
Hi. Susanna seems to be having technical difficulties. Well then. Oh, good, Debbie. I'm glad. Yay. I hope she comes back. Angel. So everybody's being bored and had nothing to do, so they all came in to hang out with me, and that's very, very cool. Very cool. Oh, damn. I forgot Big Ben Living with Big B is on right now. I forgot that he goes on Sunday nights. My bad. Sorry, B. Welcome back. You all right now?
Yeah, my daughter called me, and then I tried to get back to you, but I could see you. I couldn't hear anything.
I got you. I got you. Now, I had asked, does Tina do anything like craft wise? Like, does she make anything or?
Oh, yeah, she loves to tinker with stuff, and she does. Is
That's
there
cool.
one specific thing that she does? No, she definitely likes to tinker with stuff.
That's cool though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Donna. That's cool. They look like me. Now I'm curious. Very curious. Brad just being a link dropping fool in here tonight. He's more than welcome to do that. You go, Brad. Brad's in competition with Jennifer.
Mm-hmm. He's the king, she's the queen.
Yep, I was just gonna say we have a link king and a link queen.
Mm.
My mom was like, "Well, there's nothing exciting going on over here. Desiree's not working, and that's making things difficult." So apparently, my daughter is still going to school, but they have, of course, vacation. I don't know if they're back in or not. And so she's home when she's not, at school or whatever. And which means she's not doing things, but she's there. So it's irritating to my mother, and she's snippy.
Now, what's
My
your
daughter,
daughter go for?
huh?
What is she going to school for?
Vet tech.
Oh, okay.
To be
That's
a
awesome.
veterinarian technician. Yeah, she's doing really well. but right now she's out of actual work. She does application work, outsourcing or whatever to a veterinarian, but for part of her class, she has to do so many hours. But she was working part time, and apparently now she's not.
Right.
So
Well, that's good. That's a good profession.
yeah, it's better. She was doing customer service, and she was getting so much flack. She was actually in a supervisor position, and they just kept giving her such a hard time. And then when COVID hit, they gave her more of a hard time. It's just crazy. So she ended up leaving there, and she's bounced around a few different jobs in the past year. And it's always someone else's fault, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The people don't like her. There's cliques where she's working, and they don't like her, and she does her job better than they do, so they're jealous. And I'm like, oh please, you're a bitch. Nobody likes you because you talk down to them. That's why you keep losing your jobs. I mean, I love my daughter to death, but honesty is honesty, and I'm very honest about my children's personalities and behaviors. And my daughter, for some reason, seems to think that she's superior to other people, and she talks down to people. So that's why no one wants to be around her, you know?
Huh.
And that's why working with animals is probably a good plan. They won't complain.
So, did you see what Rhonda was saying that she's trying to get JJ to get to 1,000,
Yep.
and he's at 791. So, guys, in here, I know you're probably all sub to JJ, but if you have another account and sometimes you go on that account, you need to go subscribe. Even to Cody too. You need to do that
Yeah,
because
I'm
you're
already
not.
subscribed, and I only have this channel, but
No, I know,
absolutely.
guys. Come
Although,
on.
although Susanna several times has been, Cody, I know you have another channel. No, I don't.
No, I do it kidding around with you. I know you only have
I know.
one.
I know. It's so funny though. I'm like, no, I don't. Just me. Just this one.
Let's go, people. Come on. It's at 791. I'm gonna go in a little bit in about 5 minutes. That number better be already over because there's 25 people in here. And I'm gonna go and it better be at 781. At least 10. That's all I want is 10. Come on. I know you can do it.
Don't make her hold everyone hostage. She can't hold me hostage because it's my show, but she can try. You torture poor Tania, man. She's like, I gotta go. And you're like, no, you're not. You sit right there.
And the thing is that she listens to me. Like nobody ever listens to me.
What I get a kick up is you guys start doing an auction, and all of a sudden nobody wants to sell anything. I'm like, I thought this was an auction. What are you doing?
Well, if nobody is buying, why? I don't want to waste other people's time if they want. But to show something and people are just not like interested, then
Well, I mean, not everybody is gonna be interested in everything.
no.
Rhonda's yelling at you.
Wait a minute. So he's at what? 781? You wrote down a number before. Oh, he's at 791. Okay, let's get him to 800, guys. 801. That's 10. And if you want to do more, that's no problem. Nobody's going to hold it against you. Let's do.
Okay, Donna used her other channels and went up there, so now he's 795.
Okay, come on. 5 more. Come on,
Rhonda's
guys.
gonna tell you that you were trying to lose him subs.
It was a mistake. She knows I would never do that.
I know. Yeah, I've been sub to JJ since they started the Big Barn channel.
Yeah. Jen is like, we are all subscribed, probably. I know,
Right?
Jen, you guys are. But if you have, one hiding, you need to pull it out right now.
All right, Susanna wants y'all to pull it out right now.
Pull it out of your ass and go sub.
Whoa. I don't think anybody wants to be touched with anything that gets pulled out of someone's ass. Just saying.
No. and I'm only teasing.
Clean
But
that shit up first.
I really want them to sub. I'm gonna go check Big Bun right now. Let's see.
Irene subbed.
Let me go check.
Susanna's just gonna intimidate all y'all until you go create other channels and sub. Hey
All right.
Anna. Like if you don't have another channel, go make one right now.
Yeah. Everyone, go make 2 or 3 channels right now.
Donna said, okay, $7.98. She pulled one out of her ass just for you, Susanna.
$7.98, guys. Come on. 2 more. 800. Come on. Please.
Oh, thank you, Darlene.
Bobby. Come. How are you, Bobby? Did you sub to JJ yet?
Debbie.
So close. Come
Whatever
on.
works for you, Debbie. Whatever works for you.
Come on.
Debbie.
Rhonda can do it. Let's do it. Come on, guys. Let's do this for Rhonda and JJ.
Jen. Jen has nothing in her ass, thank God.
She subbed all around.
Yep.
One more.
One more to hit
freaking more.
800.
Cody, go fucking make a thing now.
I told
Do
you.
it.
I told you. I'm not going to make a new.
He's at 800.
Okay, 800. Apparently,
I'm
he
going
hit
to go.
800.
We need more to cover that 800 because I don't want him to lose it. Let's go.
Donna used her kids' accounts.
800. He's at 800. Oh, woot, woot. Come on. Let's do one. Let's do 2 more to keep him good. Oh.
Debbie, I'm subbed, I swear. You're scaring people, Susanna.
I'm not scaring nobody. I'm harmless. Lisa, flipping crazy. You've been subbed. I know, but do you have another account that you can go sub again? She just hung it out there in my pajamas. She said nope. Okay.
Hey, this is a channel where you always expect the unexpected, so having Bobby hanging all out is completely okay.
That's okay, Bobby. Let's see. I'm going to go back. I'm going back. Oh, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
Let me see. Let me see if any of my other friends that, I really like. Oh.
It's for you. Huh. Lucky 7 Auction put out a 26-second video almost an hour ago. It says, just because we're from the South doesn't mean we're dumb. Anybody know anybody giving him a hard time? I haven't even seen him in chats lately.
Who was that?
Lucky 7, Nathaniel.
Oh. Oh, I don't know.
All right, JJ's at 802.
He's at 802.
Mm-hmm. Damn, Donna, how many accounts you got over there?
Seeing if anybody else is live.
Are you gonna go harass other chats to sub to him?
Yeah.
Debbie, I want to see you, Bobby.
Nobody there.
You guys are so silly.
Nobody there. You know, Jewelry Nurse is on.
Mm-hmm.
And Isn't
right
Chris the Goose is there? He better be dropping Big Barn's auction.
now. Go yell at Chris. Go ahead.
Seriously, for these people, because there's 72 people in there. No joke.
Oh, Chris is on Jewelry Nurses Selling. Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, April. I'm at 266 right now. I have 266 subs. Yay! Moving on up.
I'm not kidding. I don't see anything with Big Bon link in Jewelry Nurse. Rhonda, go to Jewelry Nurse and go drop his link.
She might have a rule where you can't drop links during an auction. I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know if she does or not, but some auctions do that. They don't want links dropped during the auction.
oh, see, Life of Kimberly. Oh, Kimmy is in there. She dropped Big Barn. Watch Chris Monday nights on Big Barn Auction Channel. Oh, why not?
Debbie, has someone been giving him a hard time? Because that seems like an odd short to do. I mean, granted, not all Southern people are dumb, but damn, there are a hell of a lot of them around. Nobody can see her in that chat, Susanna, because she doesn't have a wrench. YouTube has decided that if she's not blue, she's a troll, and they won't let her in.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, she had that problem when I started my channel. She was like, "Do you have me blocked?" And I'm like, "Why would I have you blocked?" And she's like, "Well, I'm typing and nobody's seeing it." And I'm like, and I double checked because there was nobody blocked. And yeah, it's if she doesn't have a wrench, then her comments don't show up in chat.
Huh. All right. Well, I'm gonna go in there. I'm not gonna drop it because I can't drop it, but
Oh, okay, Debbie, just checking.
Kimmy.
Hey, Wes, Kathy's not here. Get that out of the way.
Oh, I'm blue.
So he is. I sent.
I'm blue.
Rhonda said, plus Big Barn's been on Jewelry Nurse before. All those people are subbed to Big Barn already, more than likely.
But I bet you those people have separate accounts and they didn't sub with those other accounts.
Susanna's headhunting. The woman is headhunting.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they're all packaged up for you too, possibly graded. Are they graded? Wow, you got lots of money for the coins in there. Sold to Barbara Paul at 40. Barbara, I need your permission, Barbara, to send your info. That was
We'll just sit here and listen to Jewelry Nurse's channel.
I'm sorry. Oh my God. I am so friggin' sorry. That was crazy.
Susanna.
Yeah. See? Oh, Susanna.
Oh, Susanna.
Yup. Oh, Susanna. Oh, backwards mindset. Are you live? You're not live. Shit. Because I would have dropped his link in there. The Cult of Vintage. They have 457 people in their auction.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, the cult.
Cult is not a word that has a good connotation to it. I don't know why anybody would use it for a business, but hey, it gets people curious, I guess.
They have their whatchamacallit, the avatar. It's like a triangle with an eye in the middle.
That would be the Illuminati symbol. They can get in trouble for using that. Someone will come after them for that. Donna, have a great dinner. Enjoy your night. Or enjoy your dinner and have a great night. Whichever one you prefer. Yeah, the eye with the triangle. It's also the symbol, a Mason symbol. It's what's on money.
Oh.
The eye over the pyramid.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That eye in the triangle is Illuminati. Dun dun dun.
Is
I'm
that
sure
scary?
I'm sure they get a lot of curiosity people because of the title and stuff like that. It's a good gimmick.
Maybe should I change my name to Stripper Auction?
You would definitely get people in there.
Yeah. And just show them a shoulder.
What are you doing, burlesque?
Let me go back to Cody's channel. It's safe here. There it is. There. I'm back home.
That's something that doesn't get said too often. Let's go to Cody's. It's safe there. Yep,
Yeah.
Star's gonna be on Robin's tonight. And what'd you say, 10 o'clock?
Yes, 10 o'clock.
If anybody has a link for that, go ahead and drop it, Brad. Brad, our link king.
What does Donna have for dinner? Did she say?
No. It's a mystery. We don't get to know.
Mm.
Thank you, Rhonda. Rhonda beat you to it, Brad. You're slowing down. I don't know about you.
I made a chicken and potatoes, but I made my mom her recipe when I was a kid. I had forgotten all about it, which is you marinate the chicken and then you boil the chicken, a whole chicken. You cut it into pieces, you boil it, and then you fry it, and then you put it in the oven. And the potatoes, you boil the potatoes in the sauce, the marinating sauce, and then you fry them, and then you put it in the oven. And then the marinating, you bring it up to, it's already been boiled. And then you put it over the chicken and the potatoes in the oven. Oh my God. I was like, I thought I was a little kid again.
I try not to repeat too many of my mom's recipes because she's not a great cook. She's okay, but she's not fantastic. She doesn't use a lot of herbs or seasonings in her food. And she
Oh,
tends to overcook things. So like her chicken was always dry.
dry. Yeah.
Chicken, burgers, everything was dry.
My mother did too. Come to think of it, I think because everything was so well done, like a steak was always so well done. And I like my steak medium. And that's only because since I've been with Tina, because I've always had it well done. And then since I've been with Tina, Tina likes her steak rare, like flapping on the plate. But I
Like it
like
better
my
blue when you stick a fork in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it tries to run away.
Steak tartare.
I had stuffed crust pizza and a salad. Oh, that sounds good. Jen likes her steak medium as well.
I had a turkey pot pie.
Turkey pot pie.
Yep,
You like pot pies?
I do.
Yeah. Hey, just Kim. Hey,
Hey, Kim
honey.
Kim. Go ahead.
How do you like your steak, Cody?
I don't eat steak.
You don't? You don't like it, or you just can't?
I don't like it.
You don't like it.
Nope. Nope. I'm one of those rare people that does not like steak.
You're not rare, honey.
Yes, I am. I'm unique.
Yes, you're your own unique person.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm unique, just like everybody else. Hey,
Everybody else.
Joni. Joni said, I ain't eating anything that bleeds. Well, you must be a vegetarian. Or you mean you're not going to eat anything that's still bleeding? I get you. That's it.
Just Kim is asking you. You don't like steak?
Yeah, I don't like steak. When I was a kid, I did until I got a piece of steak that had this huge chunk of gristle in it,
Oh,
and my dad made me sit at the table chewing that. I was sitting there for over almost 3 hours
oh my
till my
God.
mom came in and was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "It's gristle." I told him it was gristle. He's like, "You'll eat what you're given." And my mom finally let me spit it out, but psychologically, I can't eat steak now. No.
Oh, steak and mushrooms. See, I can't eat a lot of meat. I because of my blood. So when I do, I'll have a good steak. But I think I probably eat steak maybe 3 times a month
Yeah.
because I just can't because of my
Now,
blood.
Kim there was saying, "Oh hell no, I will make you the most incredible steak." Aren't you the one that's always looking for someone to cook for you? Because you
No,
making me food now is gonna frighten me.
yeah, she's always asking me, I'm coming down. I'm going. She never gets down here, but she always, I'm coming over your house. She's only like 2 hours away. I'm in Massachusetts.
And I wouldn't be able to choose steak now anyway, not with my teeth the way they are. But I appreciate the offer. Oh, she can grill. Okay, I got you. She can't cook, but she can grill. I got you.
Ow.
Yeah, I can't eat anything that involves a lot of chewing. And you have to have teeth in order to chew. And when you don't have them, chewing becomes very difficult. She didn't want to impose. You're telling her you're coming to visit. They're saying okay, but you didn't want to impose.
That I can tell you. My house, nobody imposes. My door is always open for guests, family, friends, 100%. And if I have nothing made, I will whip something up.
Hey, if I lived near you, I'd come see you. Or have you
If
guys
you
come
live,
get me?
if you live near me, you would have friggin' a meal. I come and drop it off every day for you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I would. I tell Rhonda that every time. If Rhonda lived next to me, she would have dinner every single day. She wouldn't be eating those. What kind of cereal does she eat?
Fruit Loops,
Fruit
go
Loops or
Fruity
Tootie
Pebbles,
Twirl,
Fruity
apps,
Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
Right, Annie? I'm going to Susanna's.
Just Kim, do it, do it, Rhonda, do it.
Fruity
Fruity
Pebbles. Yep.
Fruity Pebbles, yeah.
See, I was always a Cocoa Pebble girl. John ate Fruity Pebbles, and I was Cocoa Pebbles.
Cocoa Pebbles,
And the kids
yum.
would steal both of our cereals. So I'd ask them, "What kind of cereal do you want?" And they'd tell me, and I'd get it for them, and then they'd steal ours. I'm like, "What the hell?"
Do you still eat Fruity Pebbles? I mean, Cocoa Pebbles?
If I had them and I had milk, yeah, I would.
Yeah. Oh my God. When you eat them and I like it soggy, and then when
Hmm.
there's more, and then the milk has a chocolate taste to it.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, it's heaven. I'm having a food orgasm.
Foodgasm.
A foodgasm. Annie's coming too. Oh, you all run to Boston, come here.
You're gonna need a bigger house.
Well, I was gonna say a church hall, but some people won't go to a church.
I'll go to a church all day long if there's food there. Actually, right now Rhonda is stuck on Totino's, not Fruity Pebbles.
Oh,
Pepperoni Totino's with ranch dressing.
Totino's.
Irene likes Fruit Loops dry. Mm, either Jim or Joni likes Cheerios. I never know which one is typing unless Joni puts Joni and
Right.
oh yeah.
I love Cheerios. Cheerios, cornflakes, Wheaties.
And contrary to popular belief, I do not burst into flames if I walk onto church property. So I'm okay with going there for food. Joni. Okay. Joni likes
Jo-
Cheerios.
Bobby likes Totino's pizza.
I do. I love my cereal soggy.
Oh my God, me too. Definitely soggy for me.
Right, Rhonda? She does.
Right? Joni, get your own channel so that way you can sub to everybody. That's one more sub.
Savannah. Oh, he's busy watching an auction. All right. Did you take his credit card away? His PayPal information?
No, not Totino's, Susanna. Just asking. Oh. I see.
Oh, he's at Joe Reno's auction. Got you. Yeah, I got the invoice today for the things that I had gotten yesterday, and I made sure that got paid immediately. Boom. I was like, "Yep, now it's paid. Now I feel better." I am sub to you, Irene.
Well, of course. I'm sub to you, Irene.
No, he's a big boy. Yeah. Besides, you can't bitch at him if he doesn't spend any money, right? He'll sit there going, "Well, I paid this for it." You hear Jody in the background going, "You what?" Yeah, Talon used to live off those damn little pizza roll things. I tried a few of them. I didn't really like them. But Talon used to, that's all Issa would buy them because it was easy for her to just throw some on a plate and microwave them. I
Tina
had,
used
I had,
to.
I had to cook like twice a week just to for him to get something nutritious.
Tina used to drive for Schwann's, and
Oh yeah.
in that Schwann's they have all the frozen pizzas and
Hmm.
pies and all of that. And sometimes, like at the end of the week, she'd bring home like boxes full of frozen pizza. And mind you, I am not one that likes anything from eating from a box or unless it's like it's cereal, but like ready-made food, pizza, frozen pizza, anything like that. And we'd have like the freezer, the Jeffrey Dahmer freezer, full of shit. And I'd
Yeah.
be like, "What are we gonna do with this?" So we used to. My kids would come over here, take this here, because she also used to bring home egg rolls and spring
Mhm.
rolls,
Yeah.
all all of this stuff. So we just give everything away. Ah, and now
Yeah.
the kids are
When I
go
lived in
ahead
Massachusetts, we used to order from Schwann's.
from Schwann's. Yeah,
Yep. Their ice cream was actually really good.
I never had their ice cream.
No.
She never brought me ice cream.
Yeah, because I mean, the Schwann's guy actually came to the door because he was delivering to one of the neighbors, and he started going to people's doors and asking if they wanted to sign up for it. And everybody in my apartment row, we were all friends. Like my best friend lived next door, and then my martial arts instructor lived next to her, and his sister lived next to him. And there were only 4 apartments, so and we were all like, well, we're all on food stamps, so and they're like, oh, we take food stamps, and we're like, what? So we were like, hell yeah, because that meant it got delivered to us and we didn't have to freaking go shopping.
Mm-hmm.
So for a while, and then their prices went up, and we were like, well, we can't afford you anymore. So,
Oh yeah,
but
Irene, I'm with you right there. I make my own egg rolls and my own. Absolutely.
I like lumpias. I like lumpia.
What's a lumpia?
Lumpia is a Filipino spring roll, I guess. It's got meat and cabbage and carrots in it,
Oh, isn't that an?
and you use egg roll wraps, and then you
Oh, is
fry
that
them.
one harder? Like the they're smaller, thinner than an egg roll, right?
Right. Yep.
Oh, okay. I know which ones those are. Yeah.
Because I've tried Chinese egg rolls and Chinese spring rolls, and I don't like them. And when I was living in Florida, the the one couple that I was living with. You're welcome. Um, one couple I was living with, the Michelle, she was half Filipino, and her mom was full Filipino. Her mom and her dad met when he was stationed in the Navy in the Philippines, and her mom was so cute. She was this tiny little Filipino woman, and she came over for Michelle's birthday, and she had, the pre-made lumpias that were, frozen and everything, and she came over with those, and they cooked up the deep fryer, and I'm thinking, I don't know if I can eat those or if I'll like them. And Michelle looked at me and goes, "Do not argue with a little Filipino woman." I'm like, "What?"
No, no,
I'm
no.
like, "What?" So after they were all cooked and people were there and everything, everybody was milling around for the birthday party. Her mom comes in with a plate of the lumpia and goes, "Here, have one." I was like, "No, I'm okay." And she goes, "I said have one." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "What?" And I
Yeah.
tried it. I tried it with a little bit of actual duck sauce, and it was really good. And I was like, "Okay, found something else I liked." So
Oh no, when moms say try it, you try
yeah,
it.
yeah. She also promised me her fried rice recipe, and I never did get that. But she goes, she at one point she came over a few days in a row, and she was like, "I think we should keep this one. I'm adopting her. She's now my daughter." And I'm like, "Okay, then that's twice I've gotten adopted in my life. Awesome." I'm like, "Now that I'm family, can I have the recipe?" Because she made the most amazing fried rice. It was so good.
when
Right,
my
Bonnie?
son when my son's friends used to come over, it was always around dinner time. Oh,
Of course.
and you can't feed your own kids, and these other kids are there. You have to feed them too.
Right. My kids never had people at our house. Usually because we never knew if John was going to be drinking or not, and
Oh,
I felt it was just best not to have other people's children at my home if he were drinking.
mm-hmm.
So, and my son didn't really have friends. He had one friend that he went. I let him go down to his house. But my son got really upset because the woman was like, "You need to take your shoes off when you come in my house." And he was like, "Okay." And then she nitpicked at everything he did. Don't touch that. You can't touch that. You're gonna get that all dirty. And he finally stopped going over to the kid's house because,
Wow.
yeah, she was annoying. But he mostly just stayed home and gamed. He didn't really want to go anywhere. My daughter was never home. My son was always home. It was just how things went.
It
Yeah,
is. Food is so expensive.
yeah, it is.
So expensive.
I mean, I'm supposed to be eating a lot healthier than I am. I do have my mom pick me up vegetables, and I do try and have, vegetables at least 3 or 4 times a week. But I should be eating a lot healthier than I am. I just right now I'm not even the one buying my groceries, so I'm definitely not going to pick out more expensive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So cheap and easy. That's my food system. Got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely, we all do. Yeah.
See if I can use my back scratcher without the cat grabbing it out of my hand again. She did that while I'm watching Mr. Jim's auction. And I'm sitting here and I'm using my back scratcher, and out of nowhere, Onyx come flying up and just grab my back scratcher away from me. I'm like, "Hey!" Hell no. I got caviar taste and a well-fed budget, honey.
Am I painting, Kim? No. No. I haven't done a pour. Well, I've painted, but I haven't done a pour.
What did you paint?
I was just playing around, painting little cards.
Oh. I tried painting once. I thought it came out absolutely horrible. John loved it and kept it. After I threw it in the trash, he's like, he ran over to the trash can and pulled it out of it. I'm like, "What are you doing? It's horrible." He goes, "But you made it, and I think it's gorgeous, so I'm keeping it." And I don't know whatever happened to it, but it was a flower.
Aw.
Yeah, I
You're
tried.
our own enemy. I mean, worst critic, I should say.
Yeah. I tried. I don't. It for me, it wasn't worth me continuing to try and paint because one, paints are expensive.
Yes, they are.
So, so yeah, I have enough hobbies. I don't, you know what I mean. I got enough stuff to do. I don't need to paint too.
We
I'll
had,
stick.
I don't know if you guys have AC Moore. Do you know
Yeah,
AC
we
Moore?
do. Yep.
Our AC Moore closed down. Um, so when they closed down, I went in and I ended up buying the rest of the paints that they had, all the golden paints and the
Hmm.
golden. And I'll tell you, that stuff, I probably paid like $40 for the paints that I got, and it was probably worth like over $300 to $400
I
worth of.
believe it. I believe it.
I was just like, and it's in my drawer. They're all in my drawer. Yeah, ours closed too, Irene. I didn't know if they all closed
Well,
everywhere.
see, I know we had one, but I don't know if it's still open because I haven't been out of my house in over a year. And the year before that, I was only out occasionally. So, like when I had an appointment. Um, so it's possible the one here closed too. I don't know.
Now I go to Michael's, but there's a place in Providence, Rhode Island, which is an art shop, and they
Yeah.
usually at art shops they're a lot more expensive. But
Oh yeah.
this one is not. Like I'll
It's,
go there before I go to Michael's.
yeah.
My art supplies.
Cool. John used to like going with me to the craft stores because he would take a nap in the car, and he knew he would get at least a 2 or 3 hour nap.
There's Tina right there too.
Yep. And Asa used to get mad that he wanted to go to the craft store with me, and he's like, "But I need to go." She's like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I want to look around." And she's like, "But you'll be gone for hours." He goes, "It's all right. You'll be fine." And we'd be gone at least 3 hours, and he's sleeping in the car the whole time.
Mm.
Irene wants to know where you are.
I'm in Massachusetts, honey.
She's over by the Cape.
I am.
I got pregnant in sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yep.
Sandwich, mashed pea.
Yep.
Oh,
I got pregnant there
Providence Town. Oh, oh my God. I can't wait for spring.
with my oldest daughter. Yeah, Irene's in New Hampshire.
Yeah, I knew Irene was New Hampshire. And Just Kim is in New Hampshire too.
I got married in Salem, New Hampshire.
In Salem. Oh, isn't that next to that's Kenobi Lake, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Be like, I used to take my kids there.
I canoed across Lake Winnipesaukee when I was a kid.
Oh my God, Lake Winnipesaukee. Where's Beach? Oh, what a beautiful place.
Yeah, I was at camp, and we were on Lake Winnipesaukee, the Camp Brookwoods Deer Run, and that's the one I left early because they were going to make me go hiking in the White Mountains again, and I was like, nope, we got lost last time. I'm not going with you, crazy people. You don't know what you're doing. Um,
Mountains.
when a 13-year-old is in charge of a group of teenage girls and the counselors don't know what they're doing, and I end up in charge of them, I was not happy. I mean, holy fuck, you know.
Huh.
So I was not going again. It traumatized me. I was like, no. And yeah, they were gonna make me go. So I called mom, said, come get me. These crazy fuckers are making me go camping again.
Hmm.
Because I was stuck there for 8 weeks. The only redeeming quality was the horses. It's the only reason I even went. But one of the trips we did was to canoe across Lake Winnipesaukee to the town that was across the lake from the camp. So we did. It was a very long canoe trip. And took like 2 hours or something to get over there. Of course, some of the people that were canoeing didn't know what they were doing, so that took a while. And I stupidly made the mistake of having a bathing suit on, nothing covering my legs, and I had forgotten my sunblock. And I kept putting water on my legs because my legs were hot, and I cooked myself. I
Wow.
uh, I ended up getting third-degree sunburn on the tops of my thighs and the tops of my feet. And yeah, I was in the cabin for like 3 days straight. I couldn't leave the cabin. And I had a can of solar cane in each hand, just spraying myself down every 20 minutes. It was not fun at all. I also got chased by a swarm of bees at that camp.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it that we want to rent a house on the lake.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but last year we were looking into it, and I don't know what happened that we didn't do it, but I'd like to find a big enough house with a pool next to the lake with the little, what do they call those boats? Catamaran?
Hmm.
And so the kids can, well, they're not kids, they're older. You know what I mean? Like a
Yeah.
family
You have to know how to sail pretty well if you're going to use a catamaran. Because if
sail.
you don't, yeah, catamaran is a sailboat.
No,
Then you're talking about a different boat.
it's, those, when you go on vacation somewhere, you go on a catamaran and they have like the booze ones that you just, is there a sail on it? Maybe I
Yeah.
was too drunk, I didn't notice the sail. Well, they said a catamaran, so. I mean, a party boat. It could be a party boat.
Yeah, party boat's a different thing.
Is it?
Catamaran is a sailboat.
Okay. See,
Like a catamaran is a sailboat that's basically a piece of
pont-
canvas or a
that's
thin
a pontoon.
pontoon. Yeah.
Oh,
Hi, my badass. Yeah, Papa J is in here, so we know he's doing all right. Yeah, party boat because catamaran um, has the two floats on either side that the canvas or whatever lays across. And if you don't know how to balance a catamaran, they can flip really easily.
no, it's a pontoon. Yeah.
Pontoon, that's a whole different thing. Yeah. I used to sail when I was a kid too. I was in a sailboat that flipped in the middle of a storm on White's Pond in Concord, Massachusetts. Oh, my back is so itchy. My skin is dry. Every time I grab this cat scratcher, the back scratcher, the cat is like, "Ooh, a cat scratcher, give me." She likes to play with it. She's not allowed. It's in the shape of a bear paw. Dan the Answer Man sent it to me for my birthday last year. It's got bear paw prints all over the handle, and it's the scratcher part is a bear paw.
I
Very
haven't
cool.
seen Dan the Answer Man. How is he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him either.
Yeah. Hey, Deb. Hey, Amy.
My badass. How are you tonight? Ugh. Don't you love that, Papa J?
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing a good job, or are you bruised all over? I was always bruised all over. They had a hard time finding my veins. And they always tried to put the damn IVs and stuff in the back of my hands, and I'm like, you can't do that. And they're like, yes, we can. And I'm like, no, you can't. My veins collapse in the back of my hands. I'm a fucking redhead. Get over it. You guys should learn this in nursing school. It's very difficult to put IVs or draw blood from the back of my hands. They wouldn't listen. They'd blow out a vein. I'd be like, thank you so much. Whole back of my hand would look like I got run over by a car. Ugh. I do hope everything goes well for you, Jay, and that you're able to go home soon. Being stuck in the hospital sucks. It sucks. Mm. Well, that's not good, Papa J. Yeah, they came in when I went in the first time for the fluid retention. The little vampire lady came in, and she had these little like shot bottles, and I'm like, "What the hell are you doing with that? You guys having a party later or something?" What's I had never seen bottles that actually looked like little nip bottles for blood drawing. I'd only ever seen the tubes that they use, but this was a damn nip bottle. But then I'm like, come on, tell me the truth. You guys are gathering all these up. You're gonna have a party in the basement later, right? Creepy. Yeah. Ugh. But I had a pick line in my right arm, so um, they had to keep hitting my left to get blood because you're not supposed to draw on the same arm that has a pick line in it. So my left arm was bruised up and down all over. Ugh, it was horrible. What's really weird is that with all the fluid retention, I was also dehydrated. Does that make sense? No, but hey, there you have it. Yeah, that freaked me out though. I'll tell you, someone coming at me with a nip bottle to collect blood. I'm like, whoa. We're just joking around calling you guys vampires. You know that, right? Night, Irene. Oh, I hope you feel better. No, they don't draw through a pick line. They could put the IV in that arm, but they couldn't draw blood from the same arm the pick line was in. Which doesn't really make sense. But
Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. It's time to go. She's probably saying, Suzanne, I've heard that 1,001 million times.
well, I hope Victoria's feeling better. I haven't heard anything. I hope she's feeling well enough to do her show in the morning. I haven't heard from her to know whether or not she's feeling better today. But I hope she is.
Me too. Hope everyone is.
Hi, Wendy. Aw, my favorite little Brit. I love you. She said you're putting her to sleep singing to her.
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah. What Papa J said. Pick lines are for getting antibiotics straight to your heart so it gets to work quicker. Which, considering I had a urinary tract infection and blah, 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 yeah, that would be why they had the pick line in. Well, you're one of my favorite Brits. But she's my favorite little Brit. Don't be needy, Wendy. Wendy's daughter is so adorable.
Oh, yeah, I've seen her. She's really, really cute.
Hyper little monkey she is, though. Whew, she bounces all over the place. Wish I could bottle that energy. I don't know why you're still awake. Isn't it like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock there? Something like that.
If I could bottle that energy, I'd sell it on an auction.
I'm sure you would. And you'd hold people hostage until they bought that shit.
Yeah.
Someone buy this shit. I don't want to look at it anymore. Someone buy it.
People must say, what kind of auction does she put on? Like, she screams at people. And
2:15. Yeah, it's late. Go to sleep. Your mom got nutrition through her pick line?
nutrition from a pick line?
That's weird.
That is.
It's for
Never heard.
medication. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they didn't have to feed me through my arm because that would have been awkward.
Oh my God.
I was able to eat regular food. Although what was funny is the first night I was in the hospital, they brought me food. Now they're sitting there and they have it on my chart that I have congestive heart failure, diabetes, and the urinary tract infection. And they brought me a plate of food that was so carb rich, it wasn't funny, including a piece of cake. And I'm just like, I don't think that this is going to be the kind of food I'm going to be allowed later. You know? Yeah, like Papa J said, we like your auction style, Susanna. But yeah, and so bam, the next day I was on like the sodium-free diabetic diet, and I was just like, okay. They weren't
Mm.
giving me enough food to even get me through 2 hours. I was like, look, there's not enough food here. I'm a big person. This is not going to work. And so they were able to supplement some of the proteins and vegetables and stuff like that and give me like a double portion because I mean, 1 tablespoon of vegetables is not going to cut it. Sorry.
Mm.
A hamburger patty with nothing on it and a tablespoon of peas. Thank you. No. So I'm like, I need more food than this. Because I was having them go and get me the snack boxes and they have like it's like a multi-grain bun, which was gross, so I didn't even eat that. And then like ham and cheese and a fruit cup and a can of Sprite Zero. And I was having them get me like 2 or 3 of those a day in between meals because I was so fucking hungry.
Oh my God, Angel and Pink, I am so sorry, honey.
Oh, that's sad.
It is very, very sad. Today was my in Portuguese culture in and I'm sure it's a lot of European people and probably here in America as well, but Catholic because we're Catholic. And my they have like my mom passed away, so they have a mass for her soul. So it was today, and then they were supposed to everyone the family was supposed to go over my oldest sister's house, and I refused to go because I haven't been feeling well all week, but I know it was because of the booster shot. But a lot of people they don't want to wear masks, and that's okay. So I'm I I'm not going to go because I don't want to put myself in that predicament.
Right.
Or if I have it and I don't know I have it, I can give it to somebody else.
Right.
So I opted not to go, but they were very understanding, which I thought that I was going to get hell over it. But my sisters, they were very understanding. So
I'm glad.
I'm glad because I was dreading telling them.
I can imagine.
Oh
I can imagine. Especially people that are very religious oriented that follow the
yes,
guidelines and the rules and there are no exceptions. They can get very adamant about different subjects. So I'm glad that they were understanding about that.
yeah, they both actually were. They were both very understanding, which not so much my oldest sister I was worried about. I was worried about my middle sister.
Yeah.
And she's the one that I think of more like my mom. She's more of a mother to me than than a sister.
Yeah.
But she was very understanding and I was like, oh, thank God. Whew.
Mm. I'm glad because especially during an emotional time like that too, you don't need someone coming at you angry.
No. No,
So I'm glad.
thank you. Me too.
And I'm sure you did your own thing at home, mentally or whatever, light a candle and do your own.
I did mentally, I definitely did. Absolutely. Yeah. I am glad that they did not give me a hard time because usually she would have.
I've always maintained that location isn't as important as what's in your heart, because no matter who your God is, they can see in your heart. So it doesn't matter where your physical being is located, as long as your heart is in the right place, you should be fine.
Like that, exactly what you just said. Just because I show up at church does not mean that I'm closer to my God.
Right.
I could be home and I'm closer to my God. If I go to church, some people go to church and it's just for show.
Yep.
What you have, what latest freaking pocketbook you have or shoe, and then people eye you up and down to see what you have on. And it's like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Why are you looking at me this way?
It's
Like,
a it's a fashion show and gossip gathering. It's a social thing, not my mom's church was like that too.
yeah, like I love to be comfortable, but when it comes to my family, like my mom, my dad, when they were alive, and when we all get together, I had to dress up a certain way
Right.
because you know i I had to dress up like I was going to some party, even if it was just to go hang out at someone's house,
Right.
because that's how I was brought up, I guess. And it's just so weird. So weird. And like, why can't I just wear jeans? What's wrong with that?
Right.
God's not looking at my pants.
I'll tell you. I made my mom's Christmas one year. It was the first Christmas John and I had here, actually. And I wore a skirt and not a blouse, but it was a dressier shirt to my mom's for Christmas. And my mom was, when I was a kid, my mom was always trying to get me to wear dresses and skirts, and I hate them. Absolutely hate wearing skirts and dresses. So, I had a black velvety skirt. It was full length. And then I had like a purple, of course, velvety shirt. And I wore that. And she was like, "Oh, you look so nice." My mom almost started crying because I was wearing a damn skirt. I was like, "Merry Christmas. This is your present." What she didn't know is I was wearing black leggings under the skirt.
Yeah. And you roll them up.
Yeah. Well, the skirt was full length. It touched my shoes, so I didn't have to
Oh,
roll them up.
I
They were
see.
capris. They were capris anyway, so I was good. And yeah, about halfway through, after family and everything left, and I was helping my mom clean up, that skirt was gone. I was like, "See you later, bye." And she's like, "I knew you cheated."
Don't
I
mind
was
if
like,
you're wrong. I love dressing up. I love dressing up. I really
"I
do.
do not. I
It
don't."
makes me feel. It makes me feel more confident. But when someone is expecting it of me, then I don't like. I'm one of those rebellions. Don't
Yeah.
I'll do it because I want to. I don't want to do it because you want me to do it.
Kim, when did they start locking churches? When people started robbing them. That's when.
Well, on Christmas Eve, right? It's supposed to be the midnight mass. A lot of our churches here in Fall River, they were
Yeah.
always open. Now it's like so hard to find a midnight mass in the city. Really is. It's like there's like one Catholic church that had it, one Protestant church, one Baptist church.
Really, the Protestant church I was raised in never had midnight anything.
Nope, this one did. Yeah, the
They never
lady
did.
is. She went. Her Protestant church had it. Yeah.
Because we didn't have masses. There was no mass at Protestant church.
There was no mass.
No. Protestants don't have mass.
Yes, they do.
Mine never did.
She she goes every Sunday morning to mass. She's Protestant. She goes to a Protestant church. Do they call it something else? I call mass because I'm Catholic. I say mass.
Yeah, they don't. They have Mass, Eucharist, Lord's Supper, and Holy Communion are all Catholic. They have, I mean, they have services. They have church services. They just don't call them Mass.
Okay, I see. I call it mass. It's church service then that she goes
Yeah.
every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was play on words, I guess. So what about Baptist? What do they call theirs? Is it services as well?
Yeah. In
Huh.
some Baptist churches, it's called a party because there's a lot of shouting and singing, and
I am
some.
going to do. I have to tell you this. So Cody, when my future daughter-in-law, when her mom passed away in early October, me and my son went down to Jersey because that's where she's from, and then her father is a pastor
Mhm.
and has his own church and whatnot. So the the funeral was 5.5 to 6 hours long.
Wow.
It was, I have to say, and when people got up there and they were um, doing their when they were talking, when the pastors would go up there and talk and stuff, and the way that they would sing and the way that they would amen and clap their
Yeah.
hands, and that I have to say was the best services I've ever been to in my whole life.
Yep.
I left there like, oh my God. Like, you can pour water on me now. I'm baptized. I'm a Baptist. It was,
Well, a lot of them do that, and they don't even realize why they do it. But the reason that they get everybody's energy going is because it gets everyone's energy going. And when you say a prayer, it's the same as like in my system, my belief system. We light a candle, we send energy. And praying is just sending energy.
Mhm.
So if the energy in the room is amped up, it makes the energy stronger and it makes it makes a more powerful prayer. And
Power,
I don't think a lot of them realize that's actually why they do it, but that's basically why they do it.
powerful. It hit you. It hit my body, my
Mhm.
heart. It was like, boom. It's like, is this where I'm supposed to be?
Yep, and that's the power of energy.
It, I have to say, it was amazing. It was the best. Because you go to Catholic Mass and it's like, kneel, stand up, sit down, kneel, stand up, sit down.
Oh yeah, well, Catholic is all about guilt. So,
Yeah.
you're not gonna find a lot of happy at a Catholic service, no offense, but yeah, it's not exactly. Joyous occasions.
Hmm.
I've been to a few Catholic gatherings, and I did meet a group of Baptists in Florida that were so sweet. They were very nice, and their church actually had dinner every Wednesday for people that it cost you like $2 a plate, and the money all went towards the youth group programs. And these people were coming and picking me up. They would come and pick me up to bring me to the dinner. They would pay for my dinner because they knew I didn't have a lot of money. And it was so funny the night they had fried chicken. I was like, "Oh, fried chicken." They're like, "No, that's Baptist bird." I started laughing. Apparently, chicken is considered Baptist bird because whenever the Baptists have like a cookout or something, there's always chicken.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, they were very, very sweet, and the food was good. And like I said, I'll go to a church if there's food. Yeah, I've done that from experience a few times. But they were
Yeah,
very, very nice. It was actually a couple of people from that church that helped load up the U-Haul to get me back to South Carolina. So,
exactly what
um,
Bobby just said. Yes, a far cry from Catholic. They actually rejoice and praise out
mhm,
loud.
yep,
Yeah, and that's exactly how I felt. It was like I was
yep,
alive. Yeah.
yeah. The church that I grew up having to go to had worship services, which is what they were called, worship. Like Bonnie said, worship service. They had those at was it like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then again at 11 upstairs, and then the kids' Sunday schools were all downstairs. So we always went to the early one, and I was in Sunday school. Yeah, I got kicked out of Sunday school because I told my teacher her uncle was a monkey, and well, we were studying evolution in school, and she started going on about the Big Bang Theory. So me and my own self, still being the way I was, said, "Well, your uncle was a monkey," and she kicked me out. And I had to go upstairs and sit in the very boring service with my parents. My dad was snoring,
Oh,
so that
geez.
was fun. Oh yeah, he hated when I got kicked out of Sunday school. They wouldn't let me come back. Even if I apologized, they told me they wouldn't let me come back. And I'm like, thank goodness, I don't have to go anymore. So my dad was like, well, guess I'll have to stay home with the kid. He was really happy to not have to go because my dad was actually Jewish. I didn't even know that until I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad was. His parents got out of Germany just before Hitler closed the borders.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
so they
find,
went to Canada.
like, I love nationality. I love people's. I just, I find everything so amazing.
I don't know mine, but that's okay. I claim everything. It's all mine.
Do you see what Kim's saying to me?
Yep, I did it. I saw that. I'll go anywhere with food except Susanna.
She can go fly a kite. I'm not going to talk to her anymore.
Aw,
That's
don't
it.
make Kim Kim cry. Oh, she changed her name to Kim Kim. I just noticed that.
Yeah, Kim Kim.
Kim Kim.
Kim Kim.
Yeah. Yeah. I've gone when I lived in my car, we used to go to churches and the soup kitchens and things like that when they had meals and all that. And those kept me from starving to death. That was nice.
Mm.
It wasn't the greatest food in some of those places. I went to a couple of them up in Massachusetts. One of them was in oh, what the hell was the name of that town? Damn. It was not a good town to go to. It was not a good area.
Yep, I'm taking my crayons and I'm going. I'm going to go color in the corner. I'm going to go find Wes. And we'll sit in the corner and we'll share crayons.
You're gonna color Wes? What?
No, I said, well, me and Wes will be in the corner. We'll share crayons.
Yeah. Be careful. I've heard Wes eats crayons.
He's not going to eat mine because you better leave him pointy. He's going to chew on them pointy.
Here, chew on this and sharpen it for me.
Kim's telling me, stop, Susanna. Oh my God, the drama. Yes,
Oh
I
my
am.
god.
I'm a drama queen.
And she has ancient Indians in her pocket.
Who's got ancient Indians?
You do. You have Mayans in your pocket.
Shadowland. Rhonda gave Kim that name because she
I
always
know.
called Kim.
It was a way to distinguish between just Kim and it's about to get real Kim.
Oh yeah,
It works for me. I've been using it ever since I heard Rhonda say it. So Kim Kim.
Kim. You know I love you too, honey. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Yeah, she loves you. She just won't go to your house to eat.
Well then, you know what? It's her loss. And then when I'm in P Town this summer, don't come knocking at my door.
Papa J. Careful, Kim Kim. Susanna will take us hostage. She can't take me hostage, Papa J. I can boot her out.
Yes, you can.
I gotta mute for a second, but I'm still here.
I have her channel. I can say what I want now. She fought me on it in the beginning. LOL, it's better than K. Oh, she booted me out. The bitch.
You can say what you want, can ya?
I'm like, the bitch booted me out. Yes, I do like the name Kim Kim better. Yes. Not that you were wrong. You weren't wrong. You just didn't know. Sometimes we don't know. Thank you, Papa J. He's hashtag Team Susanna.
Mm-hmm. I just couldn't resist it. You were like, I got her channel now. I can say what I want. I'm like, oh, really?
That was funny. I looked down. I'm like, where the frig is my face? The bitch took me out. She took me back out in the field.
all back of the bus and shit. That's a quote from Riddick, by the way.
I don't know Riddick.
Susanna.
I don't, honey. I'm sorry. I don't.
That makes me sad. I love the Riddick movies.
Do you know that I keep getting these messages, like it just popped up in my phone, for my doctor's appointment, right?
Mhm.
For my doctor's, and it says it's my chart. It says I have a fast pass offer for upcoming appointments. Am I going to freaking Disneyland when I go for a doctor's? A fast,
Right?
seriously,
Rhonda.
I'm going to go to my doctor's office and I'm going to cut everybody. Everybody's going to look at me and say, I bought a fast pass. Oh my God.
Papa J. Hashtag how the fuck are ya? That's right. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my goodness. So my wish for everybody is that we have a heifer-free week. I know it's not going to happen, but you know, I try to wish good things. So,
Mm.
of course, like someone said in Victoria's, if he went away, I'd have nothing to rant about. I'm like, that's not true. I'll find something. I can always find something, even if it's losing a damn glove.
Oh
Still
my
can't
God.
believe it. But
That was so funny yesterday. Not funny, but funny that you found it afterwards.
I know, right? And it was in the exact spot because I lifted the dog's blanket, but the edge of the blanket was curled over a little bit, and I didn't even think about it because it didn't occur to me that these gloves are very thin, so they can squish up into a tiny little space, and you wouldn't know they were there. So when I grabbed the edge of the blanket that was flipped over, it was at the exact spot that the glove was in. So I mean, I did look everywhere except under that one little fold of blanket, and that's where it was.
But what do they always say? When you're not looking for something, that's when it appears.
Yep. Yep. He was at your auction last night.
I think he was. Actually, now that she's talking about it, yeah.
Mm.
Hey,
Sorry. Hey, Steven. Oh, he didn't go begging for sympathy and prayers and everything? Shocking.
oh, you know I don't stand for that shit.
Yeah, he does it pretty much everywhere he goes.
But I wasn't on my channel either last night. We were on Hemlocks, and I would never say anything. Well, no, that's not true, because I did jump on your channel one time and
Mm.
squeak one.
Little bit.
Yeah, but you know what? He deserved it. He was messing with you guys, and that was so wrong.
Well, the original person deserved it, but Liam
Yeah,
was not the person we thought. So Liam himself didn't deserve it, but the person
no.
you thought it was did.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I felt horrible afterwards. Like,
I know you did. Liam and his mom and brother were very understanding about that, and they completely understood because Ty has given so many people such a hard time that they completely understood. So that was very cool of them. They still
I,
pop in every once in a while.
yeah, they do. They do. I remember after that, I remember that afternoon, I had such a migraine because I was so upset. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I just yelled. I was like, God, please forgive me. Please.
No, God's probably tired of tyrannical shit too.
Oh, I don't
Not to
understand.
be sacrilegious or blasphemous to anyone. So don't take offense. If you take offense, you know where the door is. Just don't
No.
cry about it in my chat because that won't fly. Yeah. I hit bitch mode. Talking about tyrannical and Jeffrey in the same sentence to switch me right into bitch mode. I'm like, get the fuck out. um, well, you know. Y'all know that God of the Gods has a sense of humor. They created the platypus. Okay, so
Oh, definitely God. I believe God has it. He has to have a sense of humor.
yeah.
He has to. And that'd be whatever God you think, there is or whatever. They have
That's
a
right.
sense, it's a sense of humor. You have to.
I always said the gods all got drunk and they had all these spare parts left over, so they threw them all together and then dumped them on Australia and said, "Here, have a nice day. Here's a platypus." Because if you break down all the parts of a platypus, it's like it's different parts from different animals.
Is
You
it?
know? Yeah. I mean, they have the duck bill, and then they have a flat tail. So you got a billed animal and a beaver tail, and then they when they walk, their knuckles go under like a gorilla or like a chimp, like a primate,
I know.
and their back legs have little hooks on them that have venom in them. They can paralyze you.
Oh, I never knew this about a platypus.
Yeah. They also feed their babies with milk, but the babies don't suck on nipples. The milk expresses onto the platypus's stomach, and then the babies will lick it all up.
Get the frig out of here. You're bullshitting me. You're
I
really
am
kidding.
not. I am not bullshitting you. I'm completely serious.
You're going to make me YouTube a platypus.
Go ahead.
Oh my God. No, it's 9:40. I'll do it after.
Okay.
But I will. I'll come back with a report.
Okay. The lady I did the radio show with was terrified of platypus. She hated platypus. So when she started being bitchy to me, I started posting a lot of platypus pictures on my Facebook.
Mm.
And I would give different platypus facts during the radio show. She'd be like, "Stop it! I hate platypuses." I'm like, "Oh, do you?"
So what do they do? Platypus. What's their objective?
To breathe?
That's it?
Yeah.
Huh. They're not like a spider?
No.
So they're like an annoying mosquito.
No, I mean they're cute and they don't hurt anything unless they're trying to eat it, but or unless it attacks them. Um, Now here's the really freaky part. Okay, they actually lay eggs. Okay, they lay eggs, but they give milk.
They lay eggs, but they give milk. But the
Hmm.
milk, they don't have boobies for milk. They have stomach.
Right. Well, I mean, they have the nipples, and the nipples just express on their own, and the babies drink the milk off their bellies.
Uh, I I have no words for that.
It is, like I said, it's the oddest animal ever.
I'm still speechless.
But they're adorable, and baby platypuses are so cute.
Okay, you learn something new every day. I'm all set. I can go to bed. Oh no, I'm not going to the zoo. It smells there. I'm not. Nope. Tina
Here's
wants to
here's
take me to the zoo. I won't go.
here's another fun fact for you. It lays eggs, but it's a mammal,
Yeah. Well. Well.
and they are one of the few venomous mammals.
Well. I guess I just learned something tonight. That's for sure.
They're
I
they're very cool animals.
No, I've never been to the Southwest Zoo. I've been to Roger Williams in Providence, and I don't like zoos because they smell. And I saw an ostrich one time. That one time that I went, I saw an ostrich. I had no clue what the hell the ostrich was doing. All of a sudden, the wing came up, and this pink long thing extended out, went up in the air, and I screamed. I had no clue what the fuck it was. I was mortified. I had my kids with me. I just took the carriage with my son and I just kept running with it. Oh, it was so bad. Oh, the friggin' ostrich, this thing, the wing came up and this pink thing, long thing. Oh my God.
Well, you do learn about animals when you go to the zoo.
Mm.
I'm torn on zoos. Because it is a way for people to see animals that they wouldn't normally be able to see. And they have done huge improvements on their habitats in most zoos. On the other hand, the way that they capture most of the animals, if they capture them wild, is kind of heartbreaking and cruel. And on the other hand, because there's multiple hands, there are a lot of animals that have gone extinct that wouldn't exist if it wasn't in a zoo, because in the
I
wild they're gone. So
I understand that, but you know the animal crackers? You remember the animal crackers that come in a box?
yeah,
The picture. The animals used to be inside of a cage, right?
yeah, yeah, they
And
were in like a circus train or something.
right, and now they're not. Now they're running free,
Right.
right? But in the wilds, that's the picture on there. But they put the tiger next to the elephant and the zebra, and the tiger or the lion can eat them. So I don't understand, why did they put them off? Why didn't they just put them in different little crates or something? No, they put them all together. They're gonna eat each other.
Well, Susanna, one,
That's
they're crackers. They're all in the same box, so um, and two, it's just a picture.
I understand that, but exactly, it's just a picture. That's what I mean. These
Yeah,
people were going crazy because they locked up all the cartoon characters of animals
yeah,
inside of a cage in the picture.
yeah.
But they took them out of the cage and they keep them all in one place and they're all next to each other, knowing that they're going to eat each other and go violent. So what's the difference? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I do. I do.
Thank you. Please don't say, "Oh, Susanna."
The coolest thing that I've ever saw, and I know that a couple of the animals have since passed away, but it was at a sanctuary, and it was a lion, tiger, and bear that were all best friends, and they all lived in the same habitat. And normally, these animals would not do that at all. Of course, you know, um, in nature, they're not anywhere near each other, but here they were all young when they were put together. I'll actually show you. I was able to find it. Um,
Yes,
so
Bobby.
lions,
They had
literally lions, tigers, and bears. And I came across this story like 10 years ago, I think, and
Mhm.
I thought it was the coolest thing ever. Wait until you see this picture. If it will share it, come on. There you go. Can you see it?
Oh my God, that is
Isn't it cool?
beautiful.
Look at
You know which one my favorite one is out of all of them?
what?
It is the bear.
Yeah.
It
And
really is.
that building behind them, that's their actual house. That's what they lived in. All three of them lived together in that house.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I believe the bear passed away first. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I don't want to look it up because it will make me sad. But yeah,
Oh,
I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, look, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So yeah, they all live together in the sanctuary.
is that a Photoshop picture or what?
No, no,
That
there are a lot of pictures of them together.
that is really cool.
Yeah, I'll see if I can show you the other one. Well, I'll show you one more of them so you know that it's not photoshopped. It's actual. They all get together. Come on.
Bobby, that's Disney. You never know what happens when the movie ends. If they don't make a part 2, 3, 4, and 5, you know that they were all eating each other. Can you hear Tina snore?
Yes. See, there you go.
Oh,
Snuggly. Isn't that cute?
so adorable. No, it's not photoshopped.
No. No, if you look up lion, I looked up lion, tiger, bear living together, and then go to images, it will it will show you all kinds of pictures of them when they were babies and growing up and on their little habitat thing, their little house and all that sort of stuff.
Bobby, there is a part 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, Madagascar? Yeah, there is.
There is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched. I know of them. I don't think I've ever watched any of the. I've never watched the movie. Oh, Kim, you can take. Tina would go to the zoo with you in a heartbeat.
I'd go to the zoo, but as soon as I saw someone's kid acting stupid around the animals, I'd probably get arrested because I'd be slapping the kid.
Can't slap children.
Yes, I can. I just get in trouble for it.
Mm-mm. I'm one of the.
If it was not for parents not paying attention and watching their child correctly, as parents should when out in public, that gorilla would still be alive. So,
Well, then you slap as the parents. You don't slap the children because the parents are the ones that didn't teach the children.
well, then I'll teach them. Act like that, and someone's going to slap you. There you go. And then I'd slap the parent.
Hmm.
I have no problem with slapping someone's parent, too.
Oh, goodness.
Although in the wheelchair, I'm at the level I'm more likely to take out someone's knee, you know?
Oh, that's a bad. Holy shit.
What?
Wow.
What?
I can't say.
Ugh, hate it when you do that.
I know, me too. Because I want to share it. It's not my story to share.
Oh.
It's not like a normal zoo. Okay.
All right. Well, we got about 8 minutes before Robin goes on with Star. So if anybody has links they want to drop, go ahead and drop them because I'm going to end this when she, so I'm not running while Robin's running. And I'm not sure if I'm going to pop in anywhere else or not. I might. You never know.
Are you going to come to Robin's?
Huh?
Are you going to go to Robin's?
I might. I don't know. I'm starting to get kind of a headache in my back. 'Cause I haven't gotten any sleep at all because of the blood pressure thing. So my energy is starting to kind of wane, So
Do you have any
I might pop in. What?
Can you take something for your head?
Tylenol.
Okay. Try taking something.
Yeah. But after I have episodes with my blood pressure and it finally, like the medication finally kicks in, then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, so tired because I know my body knows that it's comfortable now, so it can sleep. She has Star on tonight doing readings, I believe.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the let me get her link and then I'll put it in.
Darlene. Yeah.
Good night, Doc. Have a good night, good day tomorrow at work.
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Let me go share, copy, and go back to you. Kim, make sure you go click on this. Come over to, oh, yeah, little shit. She's in the background listening. Rhonda. Do you know that I was on JJ's this morning, right? And he was coming on to show he was feeding his cow, and he's like, he wasn't sure if he was going to do an auction or not or whatever, but ended up doing it. But Rhonda's still not feeling well, so he put the link out there, and I went up and I was with him. I give props to Rhonda, how she pays attention, or any mod that pays attention to the chat, to what he's talking about, putting, writing in the chat is friggin' nerve-wracking. One, I did not type anything in the chat because I'd be lost. I wouldn't do it right. I just give them props. Props. Could never do it.
I've done it. Although I don't go on StreamYard when I mod. I just mod from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've done it. I moderated an 8-hour auction one time, quite a few times.
That's just nuts.
No. 5 or 8 hours. They're long.
Not for me. I'd have an ulcer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm leaving because I'm going to go over to Robin's because I want to go see what Star has to say and I want to see if she's doing okay.
Okay, honey. Thank you for coming up with me.
Thank you, honey, for having me. Make sure
Enjoy the
everyone
rest.
go to Robin's.
Yeah, everyone go to Robin's and sub to JJ.
Sub to JJ.
Yeah.
You better.
I love you, Susanna.
I love you too, honey. Stars and back. Say it.
All right.
Back.
Stars and back.
Thank you.
I love you beyond the stars.
Aw, she's so cookies. You boo boo boo.
She's so silly. I love Susanna. All right. So everybody click that link. Go check out Robin and Star. And yeah, I may pop in, I may not. I'm not really sure yet. But I hope everybody has a great night. And thank you all for coming on and alleviating my boredom because yeah, I was going crazy out of my head. So have a great night, everybody. And to those that go to Victoria's in the morning, I will see you there. Bye, everyone.